we are going to leave the panel discussion behind and take just maybe 10 minutes, tell you a little bit about what we've accomplished as a chapter this past year together, in spite of everything, and also make some exciting announcements, Roz and I, for what's happening as we transition as a chapter into 2021. So just to remind, as I said in the beginning, our chapter was really the first one established in 2017, even though we, as New York City climate leaders, have been meeting on a regular basis over the years since the Climate Reality Project was started way back in 2006 with the launch of a film, An Inconvenient Truth, actually. So art and that documentary brought our Climate Reality Project to life. But in 2017, when chapters were established by our headquarters, and in large part, similar to what we were hearing from, in the panel discussion and from Betsy, when we had a new administration where we couldn't lobby any longer federally, the importance of local and regional action became so much more important. So our chapters were created. And one of the things that we decided when we first started the chapter, and that was Roz and I were two of those originals that created it, was that after 3 years, that was the most we should stay on in our leadership positions. So we are sad but excited to announce that Molly Crossman, who's here with us now, and James Messino, who I don't see, will be taking over as co-chairs. Regina Valdez, who is here with us, is our program director. I see Rob here as well, and Regina. Yes, Regina is there as well. So those are our current leadership. We brought on a lot of new people. We had our first elections for the chapter in February of 2020, and in March, our meeting to bring people on as new leaders that included Regina and Rob and Molly. Guess what happened, right? The world shut down. So we transitioned from in-person meetings. We were meeting regularly, monthly at Ethical Culture to Zoom meetings. We continued our Zoom meetings throughout. Every month Rob set up for us a new committee, the 100% committee, which is a campaign that Climate Reality runs. We were able to have meetings and hold space after the murder of George Floyd to talk about our work and how we needed to, and what we could do around that and to build out. So we had several meetings there. We've been part of the People's Climate Movement and helped promote programs that they ran, that Drawdown New York City ran, Climate Crisis Policy ran. We were partnering with those organizations on events and programs in and during this past fall. So Roz, right, we've accomplished a lot to everyone here in this past year. And over the years, we have established our chapter. We have close to 1,000 members here in New York City and the metro area. We are, I believe, the largest chapter in the country in membership, as well as activity, meeting on a regular basis. And yeah.
We began as a small group of 12 people on a rooftop in Manhattan, saying, how are we going to form this chapter? And we just sort of got together, and then we said, okay, we're going to do it. There was an original list of there were about 200 on your original list. Harriet, of course, she has an organization called Climate Mama, and she is the Climate Mama, really, of the New York region. And so she had handheld us all to form this chapter, but it's definitely gone from strength to strength. And the more climate reality leaders have come on board with, especially with all the virtual trainings now, it's made it much more accessible to everybody. And we're proud of the accomplishments and how we've held together in the pandemic year, which I know has been so difficult for all of us, but I know, speak personally, this chapter has been a real, like a rock, to know that we've got something to organize around, to know that we're all here, and to have like-minded people in New York City Metro that we can kind of rely upon in some way, and know that we share the same values in a world, like we've been saying, where science has become fiction. So we kind of are stepping back with almost, you know, with a sorrowful heart in some way, because we're going to miss this function. But also Molly and James are just so fantastic. It's very exciting to see where they're going to take it. And I know it's just going to go from strength to strength. I don't know, Molly, do you want to say something?
Sure. Thank you so much. And thank you to our panelists and Roz for an amazing event. I learned so much, and I'm so grateful, and just so grateful to the two of you. You've managed to grow the chapter in the pandemic, which is incredible, and host all these wonderful events and keep us all together. So you've been such the glue kind of that keeps us all inspired and together. And I couldn't be more grateful for that, and to be in this position and to collaborate with everyone. So I just look forward to getting to know everyone more, and keeping this good energy alive and well. So thank you, and thank you.
And we'll be
I can post my email to the chat too. So if anyone wants to ask me anything or reach out, you can feel free to always do that. I look forward to working with you.
Yeah, and Molly and the leadership team will announce early in the next year about elections, because we'll be bringing new people onto the leadership team. We have new committees around food and policy, Molly on food, and Regina Cornwell on policy, and Rob's committee on 100% committed to welcome people to come in. So you don't necessarily, you know, depending how and where you want to come in and help out the chapter. Roz and I will be setting up an advisory board with past leadership team members. And so we'll be coming to meetings and looking at ways we can get involved in different ways. But we're so excited with the leadership team as it's transformed already this year, and to see what's ahead, and to be able to work with different sectors, with the media sector, hopefully in a bigger way with all of you as well. And yeah, it's very exciting. So happy holiday, and we have to make it happy, even as it's so terribly sad and tragic in many ways. But as Roz said, this community is really close to all our hearts. And I think, having been a climate reality leader for 13 years, is that crazy? Lydia, you too, right? I mean, but I have to say, I've met the most wonderful, caring people through the Climate Reality Project, and that continues. And we are now, you know, in that first year, we're 1,000 people. We're now over 31,000 people around the world, and we continue to grow. And so, yeah, join us. If you aren't part of the chapter, you don't need to do the training. You can just come on in, and it's going to be an exciting adventure to continue. It's something that will be, we'll be living with the climate crisis for the rest of our lives. It's not something we will solve and move on, but we can make it less worse through all of the actions of all of us, and make a future where we hopefully more than just survive, that we can and thrive, and so can our children. So yeah.
Great. And also, you know, when there's new openings, there's always a chance for any of you to reach out. And if you want to become part of the leadership team, just write to Molly, you know. And if there's the website, Kristen is also transitioning out. So we'll probably maybe have a big website and Twitter opening. So write to Molly if you want to join the team.
Yes, please. We have a lot of new and exciting positions opening on the leadership team. More to come on that. So just let me know now if you're interested, or later. And I can't stress enough how grateful we are to Roz and Harriet for leading us these past few years. Round of applause to you.
All of us. Thank you. If anyone else I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything. Otherwise, I guess we wrap it up.
Yeah, this is Rob here. I just would like to make two quick comments. One, first out to the Radium Girls. Woohoo! I mean, what an amazing film. I watched it last night and it did bring a little tear to my eye, I must admit. I am a little sentimental, but you know, I'm down to earth and that's what this is about. It's getting connected and, you know, big shout out and gratitude going to, you know, Harriet and Ross for this leadership that you've bestowed in all of us and you know, led the way, carved the way through times when it's really hard, but, you know, you didn't quit, you didn't give up. And, you know, it's now your time to transition out. And, you know, you've organized a good structure. We have a good leadership team in place here. And I'm excited for 2021 and beyond with the new administration. There's going to be a lot of opportunities coming our way. And I'll just leave it at that. And it's great to see everyone tonight.
Great. Thank you, Rob. All right. I guess that's the end. Well, Regina Cornwall, did you want to say something?
Actually, yes, well, certainly thank you both. And thanks, Molly, for, you know, the coming the new leadership. I don't think James is here, is he?
No.
No, okay. Anyway, yes, thank you. Let me just say thank you both to certainly Harriet and Roz, and just the way the MailChimp has grown and has just so beautifully improved over time. And that's thank you very much. And I'm still stuck. I have to take some more lessons to come.
We're going to hold you to that one now. You've said it in public.
Yes, I will. Okay, I will. But anyway, thank you both. And we'll have to have lunch sometime when all this is over. So, okay, great. Thank you. And I wonder, Lydia, I'm interested in something you said. I wonder if I could get your email address or something. May I? Okay.
Yeah.
Should I just get it from Roz?
I can connect you if you want.
That's probably easier. Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Let's connect. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you. Okay.
So I think this might be parting is such sweet sorrow,
Okay.
as the actress said.
Thank you. Thank you again, Lydia, too.
Thank you, everybody.
Great.
Lots of happy holidays.
And thank you, Roz, for doing the panel. It was really terrific.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Lydia, Ginny, and I don't know if Colby's still on, maybe not. But anyway, thank you.
Everybody else. Okay, great.
Thank
Okay,
you for putting it together.
Bye.
Roz.
Thank you, everyone. It was great to see you all.
Thank you. Good. Thank you, Jenny. Okay.